HarperCollins presents 1,000 Feasts, Small Moments of Joy, a memoir of sorts, by Nigel Slater. Read by Nigel Slater. For James. Acknowledgements. I am not sure how you even start to acknowledge those responsible for a lifetime of joyous memories. So I can only bow long and deep to everyone who has brought about the events I mention in the chapters that follow. It would have been a much diminished life without you. Printed words of gratitude rarely seem enough, but once again I thank my editor Louise Haynes for her patience, encouragement and wise words. To Michelle Kane for her continuing boundless support and enthusiasm, and to everyone at Fourth Estate, my publishers for 30 years, especially Julian Humphreys and Alex Jingle, Vic Pullen, Lyndon Lawson and Holly Kite. Once again, my thanks to David Pearson. My life has revolved around my weekly Observer column for 3 decades, and I thank the wonderful Alan Jenkins and everyone at the Observer for their continuing support. I am, as always, grateful to my literary agents, Araminta Whitley and Ben Clark, and everyone at the Soho Agency. Thank you to the potters whose pieces I use in my home every day, and make cooking and eating such a pleasure. Especially Florian Gadsby, Steve Harrison, and Anne-Mette Yotsoy, and to Jennifer Lee and Edmund Duval, without whose works my home would just not be the same. Many of the feasts between these covers have occurred during my time in Japan. To all those who welcome me there each year, I offer my gratitude, especially Takahiro Yagi, Kyoko Kuga, and Takako Saito. My gratitude to Tim Doffey and everyone at Postcard Teas in London, and to Lynn Harris and her team at Perfumer H for their friendship and enjoyable collaborations. A big shout-out to George Ashwell and everyone at the Lighthouse Club for their support and encouragement, and to Katie Findlay for all her work keeping the garden in fine fettle. This book, as always, is for James Thompson. Its purpose has, from the start, been to share good times with others. Many of the moments recorded here have been shared with James, especially those in Iran and in Lebanon, where he continues his work with the Great Oven, his network for helping those living in areas of conflict. James, how could I even begin to thank you? And to all those who follow me on Instagram and Blue Sky social platforms, thank you, lovely people. Your support is deeply appreciated. Notes, stories, and small moments of joy. There is so much to feast on. The sight of a wave of snowdrops under the gnarled branches of an oak tree, the crisp pages of a new diary, a battered wicker basket of dumplings fresh from the steamer. I feast on the pleasure of packing for a trip away from home, tucking into an impromptu picnic of bread and cheese, the scent of a bunch of homegrown sweet peas, and the satisfaction of a neat pile of fresh ironing. Tiny feasts, but as enriching to me as a laden table with a gathering of boisterous and much-loved friends. These diminutive pleasures are there if we care to look for them. Little joys illuminating an increasingly darkening world. They feed the soul and nourish the spirit, or at least they do mine. As well as kitchen diaries, the written record of what I cook and eat, I keep notebooks, details of a life lived mostly in the kitchen, but which also tell of time spent in the garden, on trains and planes, of life at home and away. Between their time-worn covers are recipes and shopping lists, receipts and plans, illegible words, and, very occasionally, passages of flowing calligraphy. Many moments are preserved only in a single sentence. Each note is a memory,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?